As you guys look for that first interception, what's being said in the room, and any kind of bounty on the first guy that gets the first interception?
Not really. We just saying this is the week and go take one. That's the big thing. Just go take one this week. We're gonna have our options up to us to capitalize on it.
You guys learned last year about, you saw the same team last year. What did you learn last year about the way they attack you, the way that he wants to go?
We gonna have our ops. When it's time to capitalize and make a play, we got to make a play, and then we got to play all 4 quarters and don't take our foot off the gas.
That's with the Bucs. They've had 4 wins in last-minute fashion. So I mean, has that been drilled into you guys? Not that it never is, but I mean how aware that they stick around.
If you look at what we just did, we've kind of been in a similar situation. So I guess it's gonna be like survival of the fittest.
Being a Florida kid, I'm not sure if Tampa is the area you're from, but being able to go back home second year. Obviously, first year you're rookie, you're trying to think through the game, but this time it's kind of a little bit, it's caught up to you. Is it more exciting to go home and play, or it doesn't really faze you at all?
It don't really faze me. I played in Florida my whole life. Went to Florida State. Just going back is just like being in my backyard, but playing out here kind of became my backyard as I got used to it. So I'm just happy and thankful I'm able to play football and I'm able to go out there and just put on a show.
What's it been like having Malik back on the field with you guys?
Oh, it's been great. Malik, like my partner in crime, we always be saying a dynamic duo. So the dynamic duo is back out there, and we look to cause terror, create a lot of problems for a lot of other people.
You talked about last-second plays, and there have been so many of them, but your defense has been on the field for the last play for several of these wins. How much does it help you guys knowing that you've won those kind of games in the past already this season?
When they show up later in the season, it's not nothing that we ain't never seen, and we done played against it in the worst circumstances or bad calls by the refs and everything, and we just kept persevering and playing through it. So as the season go on, all we gonna do is just get better and grow.
What is it about Malik that drew you two together? Is it your style of play, just a similar position?
Me and Malik been playing each other since we was in college. So my head coach back in college, Norvell, used to point him out on film, and then we actually trained together for the draft. And then that's when we started conversating and stuff like that. Then we got drafted here. So, Malik's a dog. He's a dog. He got that savage in him. And anytime you get a guy who's going to compete and, play for his brothers and put his, basically body on the line and everything else for his brothers and his team, you got no choice but to respect that.
Thanks, Renardo.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was just we knew the situation. We knew that it was going to come down to this play. They had previously ran that play before during the game, and luckily I was watching it at that time. My boy J Penn and my boy Demo just came up and told me, hey, man, it's going to come up on you quick. I'm pretty sure you guys seen the video of it. So I just knew, I'm going to have to take on these two dudes and just hope I can clock it up, and then hopefully my brothers will make a play. And I knew Diamador and I knew Siegel was going to be there. So, and me and Fred just went 2-on-3 and the end of the game.
How does it help that you guys have had so many games already this year that have been decided by the defense being on there for the last series and come out ahead of those? How does it help you guys long term for the season?
I mean, I know you guys seen it last year. We didn't finish in those times and didn't finish in those the plays that we needed last year. So it's just cool to see, man. Just from the first game to this last game, I feel like we gave everything we had on that field, man. And I got to give it credit to 5'4", man. Fred, he's not one of the best. He's the best player ever to play football. And us rallying behind him and him just being the leader he is, I think we're gonna get the job done no matter what.
The fact that you guys, the fact that you guys have that kind of chemistry among you,
right.
I mean, that's kind of it speaks to the experience of the group being together, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Demo been here 5 years. Fred's been here his whole career. But then you got guys that just got here. This is my second year here. Siegel's first year. Stout's first year. And I know Tig been here 3 years. It's just a whole bunch of collective guys that come in as a unit, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I think this is one of the best team chemistries I've ever been a part of. Coming from Detroit, but I think we all got each other's back, and that IGYB is a real thing.
Well, can I get my listen?
I don't got it, bro. I don't got it.
If he had my back,
I don't got it, brother.
What makes you say that about Green? Is it something he said on that play, did on that play? Is it all encompassing? Is he always the guy to kind of make sure that you guys are alert, vigilant, knowing what it is that's going on out there?
Are you saying about the best player, everything?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I do everything that he does. I try to copy because you can just see it in his intent. I've never seen him miss a practice. I've never seen him miss a game. I've never seen him miss a rep. And me being the same age as him, I look at him like he's just this great player, man. He already got the gold jacket on, and I think everything he does, he says and he means, and I believe like all of us just kind of just buy into it, man. And I think I buy into it a little bit more because I see how great he is, and I just want to be on the same platform.
How do you go about staying ready? Because you just never know when you might be called on in a game.
Right. I don't know. I think it's a personal thing, honestly. I know some people in my position or other positions, they just kind of sit around and mope and just wait for it. But I expect it. You know what I mean? I don't get prepared. I stay prepared, and I think that's a credit to my teammates and my coaches as well, like Daniel Bullocks and Coach Brown.
You guys have a big challenge this week. Baker Mayfield's been as good as anybody in the league so far this year.
Sure.
What does he present for you guys in the secondary?
Man, you said it, man. He's been great. He's making great keys. He's actually keeping the ball in the other team's hands, and I think he competes, man. I think that's the best thing about him. He competes every down, completes every snap, and but that's also his kryptonite as well, man. He wants to make those big plays, and I believe like if we're ready for it and we're on top of it like we are all the time, I think we're gonna get our hands on balls, and I believe that we're gonna come out victorious.
Yeah, that was a hell of a punch. Right on the kisser too. So. But no, I mean that game felt like it was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, obviously we've been leaning on our young guys this whole year. They've been playing their butts off. And just so proud of AC, man. He's every since his first day in camp, he's taking huge strides every day, every game, every week. So that was really good to see it come full circle.
Speaking of young guys, Adrian Martinez, he's been out there with the practice squad, but if Mac Jones and Brock Purdy both can't go, how confident are you in him?
Yeah, I'm confident in anybody that Kyle chooses to line up with, because I know what they put in to the scouting department and bringing people in. So I know that anybody that makes it to that huddle is vetted. So obviously haven't played a lot with them, haven't seen a lot of them. So obviously I'm just going off of trust of him being an NFL player and being able to get his job done, because it's the next man of the league, and that's really the trust you got to have.
You and the Bucs have been in one-score games every week this season. Their 4 wins are all last-minute fashion. I don't think you guys need a reminder in playing all 4 quarters, but I mean, with the Bucs, is that more emphasized and more alert because of it?
No, we've had to play all 4 quarters every single football game. So, I mean, even 5 quarters you count the Rams. So, ain't no emphasis on that. I think we are expecting a dogfight. I know they're expecting a dogfight. So, this game will have a life of its own once we kick it off on Sunday.
When you tap into your experience that you've had in all these years in the league, it feels like things are closer now, game to game, than they ever have been. Is that kind of a true reflection right now?
Yeah. I think the league, everything is starting to even out. I think we've been seeing it the last few years, but there's no easy outs. I mean, schedules, none of that matters. There's good players, there's good coaches on every franchise in the NFL, and you can see it with the final scores. You can see teams that you don't expect to win coming out with a win or making things close, or so yeah, the NFL I think is producing a really good product. It's stressful to play a 4-quarter game that comes down to the last play, but I know that fans love it, and I know that it does a lot for the game.
What's it been like getting to know Mac Jones? We see a very funny guy who holds himself in the light way. What's your, take on his personality?
Exactly the same. Exactly what you said. Very funny guy, keeps things light. Just really a thrill to be around, honestly.
Alfred Collins told me earlier that he's got a Texas shirt waiting for you, Red River Rivalry this week.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah, Red River Rivalry. You got anything going with him this week?
I got a box of OU stuff right there, 3X, so I think it's going to fit him just nice. So, we're gonna get him all Boomer Sooner down. I don't know where he get all this faith in the Texas team right now, so I'm going to take advantage of it.
To kind of go back to Mac Jones, to see him, he was out there, pants falling down, he was heaving. He was having a hard time, but he was fighting through it and still had a pretty good game. You guys get the win, as he's done every time he started. What did that almost cement him into the minds of the vets here, especially as that much tougher of a player, or did you guys know that he was that way when you got out there?
I never questioned his toughness. Shoot, he's been playing through the knee injury the whole year. So no, never questioned his toughness. I mean, he's a first round talent. You know, so no, never questioned him. Whether we won or lost that game, I think he cemented himself amongst this locker room as somebody we could trust and depend on. So. Yeah, obviously we're happy the results went our way, but you know I don't think that had anything to do with how we would look at them going forward.
Did you have football nightmares when you sleep? And if so, could you give an example?
Yeah, I get one frequently, and it's I'm pretty sure a lot of us get that, but oversleeping the game, pulling up in like halftime. Yeah, wake up in a sweat on that one. Yeah.